Many foreigners are still buying into KL City Center properties, but is it still worth it in 2026? Most people assume property in Kuala Lumpur City Center is always a good investment, but if you look closely, that's not always true. Hi, I'm Tiffany and I work mainly with international buyers looking at KL City Center luxury properties. So, let's talk about the real question here. Are properties in KL City Center still worth investing in 2026? The answer is yes, but only if you choose very carefully. KL City Center today is what we would consider a mature market. It's already established, already well-known, and already priced at a premium. So, you are not buying here for short-term gains or quick flips. You are buying here for something very different. You are buying for long-term value preservation, consistent demand from both local and international tenants, and for some buyers, even as a legacy asset to hold over time. But here's where many buyers misunderstand the market. They assume that as long as a property is within Kuala Lumpur City Center, it will naturally appreciate. And that's not always the case. In fact, some properties here have barely moved in price over the past 5 to even 10 years. And when you look deeper, it's not random. It comes down to a few key factors. Firstly, the building itself. Not all developments age the same way. Some maintain their reputation, the management quality, and their tenant profile. Others slowly decline over time. And secondly, the layout. This is something many people may overlook. A layout that feels acceptable today might feel inefficient or outdated in 5 to 10 years to come. And that directly affects both rental demand and resale value. So, we need to take a grasp on what layouts that are really still practical in years to come. Thirdly, the density. Some agents may tell you that it's fine, not so much of a major factor. But in higher density developments, you tend to see more competition when it comes to renting or selling. And that can put pressure on both rental rates and price growth. While for on-stay, this factor is even more important as in some cases, the density may affect the entire staying experience. And finally, the type of tenants that the property attracts. This plays a bigger role than most people expect. Properties that attract short-term or transient tenants often feel less exclusive over the time, whereas properties with a more stable tenant profile tend to hold their positioning better. So, when you combine all these factors, you start to see why two different properties in the same KL City Center area can perform very differently. One might remain highly desirable even after 5 to 10 years, and another might slowly lose its appeal. In short, if you are looking at Kuala Lumpur City Center properties purely for short-term profit or flipping, this may not be the right market for you. But if your objective is long-term, whether that's wealth preservation, lifestyle, or even something to pass down, then KL City Center properties still make a lot of sense. The key is not just buying in KL City Center, but buying the right property within KL City Center. It's no longer about quick gains, it's about selecting the right assets for the long term. In the next few videos, I'll be breaking this down further, looking at the properties in specific areas like Bukit Bintang area, the KLCC core area, and TRX area, and also how each one compares. So, if that's something you are interested in, feel free to subscribe and follow along. If you are already exploring KL City Center properties, you are also welcome to reach out. I am happy to give you a more tailored perspective whether a property actually fits your long-term goal. See you soon!